Sharon Johnson, and I am the owner here of Exclusive Craft Academy. And I came on here because I have been asked numerous of times, how do I get started with sublimation? Okay, so I wanted to come on here and give you guys a rundown of everything it is that you will need to get started, okay? And the first thing that you're gonna need to get started with sublimation is an Epson EcoTank printer. Okay, you can either get the Epson EcoTank 2800 series, or you can get to the 1500 like I have here. I have a small format and I also have a large format. I started off with the small format and I upgraded to the larger one because I needed to do larger prints. I still have my smaller one for which I use to do tumblers and whatnot. So first thing first, after the printer, you will want to go and get you some ink. The ink that I use is Cosmo ink. Okay, this ink is great and it's good. Colors are always vibrant. The next thing that you're gonna need after you have your printer and you have your ink, you want to most definitely make sure that you have your computer, okay? Not an iPad or anything like that, as far as in my opinion. But I prefer to have a desktop printer. If not a desktop printer, then you will need a laptop, okay? The other things that you're going to need to get started is parchment paper. I like to use parchment paper. Some people use butcher paper, but I use parchment paper. You also want to have scissors, tape. This is heat tape. So when you go to do your sublimation, you need the heat tape. You're also going to want a tape measure. This is a fabric tape measure to be able to measure all of your blanks. You're also going to need sublimation paper as well. You're going to need you some blanks. These are t-shirts here. As you can see, Cricut has two different kinds here. Both these are Cricuts. Also, you want to get you, if you want to bleach t-shirts, here is a couple of different ones that you can be able to pick up. As you can see here, these ones here have already been bleached. These ones here are 50-50. When you go to sublimate, you will have a vintage look. With the 100% polyester ones, you will have a very crisp, clean look. Okay, these ones here got picked up from Michaels, so you can see which ones I have here that comes from Michaels that bleach very, very well. Okay, you can also pick some up from Jiffy. Jiffy has 65-35. 65-35 is a really good one that you want to be able to get to be able to sublimate on. You also going to need you some heat gloves. Okay, heat gloves, heat gloves, heat gloves. If you're going to do tumblers, you're going to need tumblers. As you can see, this one here has a design on it. So you can take your tumbler from looking like this plain Jane one here. As you can see, this tumbler here does not have anything on it. It is plain Jane. So you can take your tumbler from looking like this to make it look like this, okay? The only thing that you're going to need to be able to do that is your images. As you can see here, these are your images. That's for tumblers. This one here is for shirts, okay? So you will most definitely need those items, okay? Another thing that you're going to need, and I'm going to show you that here in a quick second, is a heat press. Now, I would not recommend a Cricut heat press because you're going to need a lot of pressure to be able to sublimate on your blanks. Not just that, but Cricuts, it's okay if you're just getting started, but to make large t-shirts, all over t-shirts, sublimate on different items, it's not going to work well because the pressure, okay? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Let me see. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. I told you about the paper, the t-shirt blings, the gloves, parchment paper designs, your tumblers, your ink, your scissors, fabric measure, and your tape. Okay, now let's get to the good part. Okay, now we're over here at my heat press. This here is my heat press. I know it is very large. As you see, I got it from Fancier Studio. This one here is a 16 by 24. You can opt for a 15 by 15, which is really great, and it will also do what it needs to do. Here you can see that I have my tumbler press, and you're press out your tumblers. You're going to most definitely need one of those if you plan on doing tumblers. If you want to do mugs, as you see here, I have my Cricut mug press. So make sure if you want to do mugs, you get you a Cricut mug press, or you get you another press like this that you can be able to put your mugs in to press. Okay, now that we have all of the equipment out of the way that you need to be able to do sublimation, you're going to need designs, right? Okay, so a lot of people like to go to Etsy to get designs, or what is it called? Creative Fabrica, I want to say. You can go there and get designs too. But if you want some original designs that you're not going to see everybody out there with, go ahead and shop with me at Exclusive Craft Academy.